What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day trading video, and today we're gonna go over my personal indicators. All right, I already touched the basic, the beginner indicators, the very useful indicators, which you can transfer into your normal strategy if you want. These basic normal indicators that I taught previously are very helpful. They're beginner, basic, and very helpful. All right, they can be used over a long term, and professional traders who traded for years and years, like 10 years, still use those basic beginner indicators because they're very useful and very helpful. All right. But I use them as well, don't get me wrong, but these are the indicators I use and are just as helpful and just as useful for me. And they can be just as helpful and just as useful for you. So let's go over the indicators that I use. All right. On TradingView, you have to pay to get more indicators. And I ain't gonna do that. I am not gonna do that. So these are the three indicators I use. The three indicators that, hey, they help me in my strategy. And for my strategy, you don't really you need that many indicators, but I use these, and these are helpful. So let's go over them. All right. The first one is the volume indicator. All right. The beginner basic indicator. You can switch this out with the EMA or the VWAP if you want. It really doesn't matter. But I use the volume indicator, and I'm actually thinking let me use EMA once in a while. So I'll maybe once in a, if I'm feeling some certain way, I'll switch the volume with the EMA. But it doesn't matter. All right. So the volume indicator, as you know, shows how many shares were bought during that candle or a specific time. So if you go into the 5 minute and you see this one candle, you can see how much volume was traded in that candle for the 5 minute. All right. In 5 minutes, 10,000 shares were traded in that candle. If you go to the 1 minute, 5,000 shares were traded in that candle for 1 minute. All right. And if you go to the daily, 20,000 shares. It ranges. All right. You can see, hey, in this candle, 20,000, but in this candle, 10,000. So volume decreased over time. So do I really want to get into that? Nah. And if I see a lot of selling going into this red candle, and there was a little bit of buying into the next candle, and I'm looking for buys opportunity, then I'm not gonna trade because there's more sellers than buyers. So that's most likely mean I'm gonna get caught. And that actually may be helpful to say, hey, instead of looking for buys, maybe I can look for some opportunities for shorts. All right. So who knows? Very useful. Next, we have the sessions indicator. I really haven't taught this one, and I'm gonna go over this in part two, so I could show you on charts. But the session indicators are this: it marks out the highest and the lowest price during a specific trading session. All right, and this helps spot potential draws on liquidity. So, very sessions a must need and very helpful indicator. All right, so we have sessions. I'm pretty sure I said this in the previous video, but we have sessions in the trading world. All right, we had the New York session, the London session, and we have the Asia session. All right, from the New York session, it goes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The London session, it goes from 3 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the Asia session, it goes from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. So say it's 9 a.m. and I'm currently in the New York session. I'm going to look for the high and the lowest of the New York session, or actually the previous session. So that's the London and the Asia session from the previous day. I'm gonna look at the highs, and see if New York is close to the high of the London session, then that's a potential drawn liquidity that I can target and see how am I gonna trade it. All right. So if it reaches this London session high, and I'm in New York session, I'm looking for sell because it might go into that draw liquidity and sell right back down because it was a high and it's sold back and it's sold down. So what are the opportunities there? A liquidity on the selling. All right, there's a lot of selling that was going on in that area. So a very helpful indicator, and I'm gonna teach it. So I just mark out the session highs and lows, wait for price to go down, goes to one of those levels, and that is my opportunity to trade and look for a setup. All right. Next, we have a volume profile. It's not the volume profile. So that's something I haven't gone into, and I'm going to teach in the charts in the next video, part two, tomorrow's video. The volume profile, it shows how much volume occurred at each price level over time. All right. So instead of showing you in the candle, it showed you on the price. So like when the price was $100, there was a lot of volume going on at the $100 price. But when it was going but when price was at the $80 level, there was little to no volume occurring at that area. All right, so it'll show you, instead of the candle over time, it'll show you the price. All right, so we'll be able to see that at this price level, a lot of selling, a lot of buying was going on over there. A lot of buying or selling was going on. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be targeting that level. So if price goes to that previous day, or right now, actually, it works on the moment as well. So if price ever reaches that level, I know that there was a lot of selling and buying. I'm gonna target that and look for possible buy or sell. So yeah, that is the volume. It's really not that complicated. You can put it over a specific time as well. So it's a drawing tool on TradingView. So you can look at the previous day volume and see if it's targeted. And then sometimes it will, and actually it does sometimes. So it's very helpful. But yeah, but those are the three volume, my personal indicators that I use. And yeah, I'll teach you in tomorrow's video. That's it for today's video, guys. So stay tuned for part 2, where I'll show onto the charts and show how it actually works. But that's it for today's video, guys. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification so you don't miss that video tomorrow, and show you how to do it. So that's it for today's video. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss that video tomorrow, and share with all your friends, share with everyone you know, and so you can learn how to trade just with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.